Hello friends, welcome to GT Science tutorial. In this video, I'm going to explain about physical vapor deposition technique. This technique is used to prepare nanomaterials of different size. So, what actually happens in PVD? In this video, we will understand about PVD and we will see a method that is very important part of physical vapor deposition technique. So, let's start. First of all, we need to understand about physical vapor deposition. Physical vapor deposition is a method in which material is heated at a temperature higher than its melting point. Okay, PVD, that is physical vapor deposition, is a method in which material is heated at a temperature higher than its melting point, so that we can get vapors of the material. Those vapors are again converted to bulk material by condensation method. And finally we get our nanoparticles. So this is what PVD actually is. In this method, we just heat the material above its melting point so that we can get vapors of that material. After we get vapor, by different method we condense them, and when we condense them, then by applying pressure or by applying force, we convert those vapored molecules to be bulk of atoms, and that bulk is actually the nanoparticles that we desired. By using this method, we can make nanoparticles of different shapes and size. Okay, that's why this method is very important. Now let's understand about a method that is very important in physical vapor deposition, and by using which we actually get a nanoparticle. Let's understand about inert gas condensation method. As the word suggests, in this we use inert gas and we do condensation so that we can get nanoparticle. So this method is used to get metallic or metal oxide nanoparticles. So this method is used to get metallic or metal oxide nanoparticles, and this is very important method as well. Okay, because we can get desired size nanoparticles by using this method. Now let's understand this method by making the diagram of it. The diagram of inert gas condensation method is like this. There is structure like this. This is called liquid nitrogen cold finger. Because this looks like a finger. Okay, and in it liquid nitrogen is placed. The temperature of liquid nitrogen is minus 136 degrees Celsius. Then you can imagine how cold it must be. We can take an example, like if we dip a banana inside liquid nitrogen, then that liquid banana is even harder than stones. is like stone. Okay, so liquid nitrogen is that much cold. Now from here there is a chamber like this, and there is an inlet like this. This is helium gas inlet. This is helium gas inlet, and here there will be a funnel, and there will be vacuum pump. This vacuum pump helps to create ultra high vacuum inside this chamber. So this chamber is called ultra high vacuum chamber, and from here this funnel is joined to a very important part, that is the anvil part. This is called anvil. This is called anvil part. Okay, this is called what? Anvil part. And from here there will be another funnel like structure, and finally we have a piston like this. So this is our complete figure. Now let's name everything. There are other components as well. Here there will be material. This is the scraper. I will tell the use of everything. This is the material. This is what? This is the scraper. This is funnel, and here this is called sleeve, and this is the piston. Okay, now this chamber, this much part, okay, this part is called low pressure compaction chamber, because very low pressure is applied by using this anvil on that bulk material. And here this much area is called, this much part is called high pressure compaction chamber. This is the high pressure compaction chamber. Now what actually happens in this figure is that, in this process is that, here there are the materials. Okay, these materials are heated above its melting point, and when they are heated they start to form vapor, they evaporate, and they start to form vapors of those materials. Now here helium gas is used. Okay, why noble gas or inert gas is used? Because inert gas does not react even at higher temperature. That's why we use inert gas in this case. Now in this case, this inert gas will collide with all these materials, and these materials will lose their kinetic energy, because due to heating energy, they gain a lot of kinetic energy, and when they collide with helium gas, that is inert gas, they lose all of their kinetic energy, and all the materials gets adsorbed on the surface of this liquid nitrogen cold finger. They gets adsorbed over here, and by using this scraper will come down. By using this scraper, we can send every nanomaterial, adsorbed nanomaterial down through the funnel to this anvil part. Okay, to this anvil part. Here in anvil, they are pressed, okay, by applying very low pressure. They are pressed by applying low pressure, and due to that they form a bulk material, and after that they are again sent down to this piston area, that is sleeve area, and here with the help of piston they are pressed with high pressure. They are pressed forcefully, okay, so that we can get hard material. Here we get hard nanoparticles. So by this method we get nanoparticles that are very hard, okay, and we can get nanoparticles of desired shape as well. Now what happens, what procedure happens in this process? Let's write them one by one. The first step is material is heated heated above its melting point. Obviously this is the first step. Here we need to heat this material above its melting point. 2. The vapors will collide with helium gas and they lose energy. After they form vapor, they collide with helium gas and eventually they lose their energy. Then they are adsorbed on the surface of cold finger. Then they are adsorbed on the surface of cold finger by using scraper. They are moved to the anvil through funnel. By the help of the scraper, they are moved downward to the anvil through the funnel, because those materials pass through the funnel. Okay, now you can copy this or you can take a screenshot over here. Now let me erase this part and we'll write further process. Now after they reach here, 5 number, low pressure is applied to make bulk materials. After that the bulk is sent to sleeve and high pressure is applied by using piston. Now let me erase this part. And in 6 number, we get hard nanoparticles. Of desired shape and size. So this is the complete procedure of inert gas condensation method used in physical vapor deposition. Actually, this method is one of the example of physical vapor deposition, because in this process we are heating the substance, we have converted this to vapor, and after that we have condensed them, and finally at the last we got our nanoparticles. Okay, so this is an example of bottom up approach of synthesis of nanoparticle, because we started from vapor and we created nanoparticles. So this is bottom up approach. So that's all in this video. If you like the video, please share this video as much as you can. Thank you for watching the video.